Alright, we're going to be covering warm-up A. The first one is the ASLR, or active straight leg raise. So we're going to pull a band. This is to activate that core, which is going to allow the core to feel safe, that lumbar spine to feel safe, which gives those hamstrings a little added range of motion. So from here, core is activated. We're going to raise one leg as high as possible, keeping that knee straight. Hold for a 1 count, lower it, go to the other leg. Perfect. We're going to stay in this position, and we are going to pick the feet up under the knees, and we're going to do some glute bridges. So we're still activating that core with the band. We want the toes up on this. So digging the heels through the ground is going to activate that posterior chain. We want to make sure that belly button's pulled in tight. Core is active, getting that full hip extension at the top. Good gluteal squeeze. Good. Go ahead and relax. Okay, now we'll flip over into a yoga push-up. So we're going to assume a normal push-up position. Get the push-up, and we're going to push through the shoulders, looking for a little added range of motion through the shoulders. Very nice. Plus we get some activation through the shoulders through the push-up. And go ahead and relax. We'll stand up and we'll go into a reverse lunge position with a twist. It's a bit of a complex move. We're going to get some hip core activation as well as some balance. So we're twisting over that front leg and reaching back behind for that back leg. You're going to push through, step into the next one. As you'll see, she's going to twist and rotate over that front leg, getting some twisting, a little bit of hyperextension through that spine, just opening it up and relax. Okay, good. We're going to go over to some wall ankle mobs. So this can be done on the wall or at the rack. So what we're trying to do here is just push that knee towards that wall, just to where it's out of reach or just to where it touches, and then each week you kind of assess and say, hey, I can get my foot a little farther from the wall. Obviously the point here is to keep that heel planted down on the ground. Good. Okay, so we'll grab that band. I call these band X walks. So the band's going to set on the floor. We're going to put the feet about 6 to 8 inches of slack in between there. Then she's going to cross the band. From here, she's going to step out a little bit, pretend like she's straddling a railroad tie, and she's going to walk straight forward. So we're looking for some glute medius, glute minimus activation here. We can also go backwards. So we're just trying to wake up those glute stabilizers. So go ahead and step out of those. Okay, we're going to go into a Cook squat, named after Gray Cook, who created this. So it's more of a bottom-up squat. So she's just going to reach down, hands under the toes, let the hips sink as low as she can. One hand goes up, other hand goes up, and then she stands. This is a good way to teach a squat. Again, it's more of a bottom-up approach, kind of like how you would have learned as an infant. Perfect. Okay, so normal cueing on normal squats on the way up, knees out, tracking over the knees or over the feet. Okay, we'll go down into a push-up plus position. So your standard elbow plank position here. This is just a scapular retraction and protraction exercise. So she's going to just sink down, let those scapula come together, and then pull up away from that. Really working on that serratus anterior, which is again going to provide a little bit more of stability through that shoulder blade, which is very important in a lot of things that we end up doing upper body wise. Okay, and then we move into some bear crawls and then activating just some heat through that warm-up. So that is activation, motor patterning, and heat A.